Warning: the following show features bets placed either by degenerates or under the supervision of degenerates. Accordingly, the hosts and the producers must insist that no one attempt to copy any bets or activity performed on this show.
I mean, I thought I was late.
Well, yet again, Marcus is not ready.
And then Marcus.
He wanted to do it before. I mean,
He's a bit of a diva. He's just holding us all up.
yeah, Jesus. He's probably putting his makeup on and whitening his teeth.
I guess he's just finishing getting pegged again.
He
The only thing I can think of.
might be straightening his pubes.
Straightening. Doesn't he curl them?
Oh, yeah, sorry, curl.
Yeah. Jeez. How do you not notice?
I can't remember that far back.
I mean, you wrote the line.
From my fantasies, obviously.
From your fantasies or from your observations of Marcus?
Why not both?
Can't argue that.
Oh, yeah, there's some amazing results. If only this dickhead would get here already.
Yeah, what a fucking cunt, honestly. What's wrong with this guy?
I feel like we just kick him off the podcast.
Kick
See,
him
you're
off
out.
the podcast. Yeah, like in theory it sounds good, but he's actually the most degen, so that would be the most person to follow.
Well, yeah. I
Spending
guess.
like half his bankroll on some ridiculous multi. Or betting $1,000 to win $6 again, whatever it was.
Yeah, I want to hear that story, but again, we can't until he fucking gets
Until
here.
he gets here. He's holding us all up.
We can cover random stories from sport in the meantime, because there's some pretty nice ones. So someone paid $85K to go on a date with Eugenie Bouchard.
$85K?
Yeah.
All you need to do is just have
That's US too.
All you need to do is have a Super Bowl bet with her.
Well,
Story, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But someone did it for charity. She did some fucking event thing where $85K US they paid on a fancy dinner date with the tennis star.
So I thought she had a boyfriend though.
She might even. Don't know if even
Some hockey player.
No, I thought they broke up or something, or maybe.
Oh, they might have. Yeah.
The description of the prize reads: "Get more than 15 seconds of fame with Jeannie Bouchard. The lucky winner and a guest will go to any tennis tournament of their choice. That's right, U.S. Open, French Open, Wimbledon, or Australia."
This actually. Yeah, because I saw she tweeted about it. Yeah.
Sit in the players' box next to Jeannie's team and coach while you cheer her on to victory. Enjoy a meal with the tennis star and even get a racket and sneakers signed by Jeannie herself.
I think the real question though is a pegging included?
Yeah, I know. I'll give an extra $10 if you do pegging.
I mean, that's worth paying for.
And the thing is, she's also kind of obligated because it's for charity. So, would you peg someone for $10 for charity though?
For charity. Oh, it's $85K.
Yeah, and then if she said no, imagine just shaming her, being like, "You mean you don't want to raise $10 for the starving kids in Africa or whatever she's raising the money for?"
I think she'd be up for it, to be honest.
Probably. I mean, she probably would. If you really date someone randomly off Instagram or whatever, was it Instagram or Twitter?
I don't know. I just saw a tweet about it. She said 85 grand is amazing, blah, blah, blah.
They actually went on a third date with that other one. The one that the Super Bowl bet.
The Super Bowl guy.
Yeah.
Didn't she have a boyfriend at that time?
I think so, but she said she tweeted last month saying, "Not complaining, but I feel like quarantine would be a lot more fun with a boyfriend."
I did see that tweet.
So clearly she hasn't. We seem to be all over her tweets.
I follow a
Not
lot
there's
of
anything
tennis
wrong.
players, James.
Yes, I follow a lot of tennis players as well.
Jeannie Bouchard's not really a tennis player, but whatever.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry
I
about
enjoy the tennis.
that. Yeah, but
Forehand is.
yeah, he tries really hard at the tennis. Yeah,
Yes, and that is
Very
the only reason why.
ranks like 300 in the world or something now, probably.
Yes, and just happens to be famous news and can actually get 85K for a date.
Yeah, well, she was good for one season and then stopped trying, and then no,
If
she's
you were
back to
like
being crap.
50 seeds ahead of her, you wouldn't even earn 85K in a year. Probably.
What was that?
If you were like 50 seeds ahead of her in tennis,
Yeah,
so if she's like 350 and you're like number 300, you probably don't even earn 85K in 1 year.
yeah, she's probably not 350. She's probably just outside the top 100, I'd guess.
Okay. Well, yeah. Anyone
But,
around
yeah.
her.
Yeah, no, like the ones around that ranking would be doing not so well for themselves, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But I think you should.
Why they want to merge with the men to get them more money?
Really?
Mm.
But I thought they had equal. Or it's not equal in the.
Oh, they have equal in the majors, but not the other stuff. And like it's the sponsorships, I'm sure would be a lot more for the men, the biggest men. So like someone like Serena would be making ridiculous money.
Yeah.
But like just like random girl who's like top 30, like Sevastova, for example, you've probably never even heard of her. Like
No, I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah, she'd be like maybe ranked like top 30 or something. And it's like, I don't know what a sponsor is. It's some random, might be filler actually.
That's
But
what
yeah,
you should
like,
get for Marcus is get him
well, it
sponsoring
was
a
like
women's tennis game.
when Simona Halep got to world number 1, she tried to get more money from her sponsors, so they just cut her.
Jeez.
So
Well,
like, yeah, like if you're the man's getting to world number 1, you're definitely not getting cut by your sponsor.
no.
It's
But I
also
think-
because like the men, if you get to number 1, you're more likely to stay there. Like they understand that like she's temporarily number 1. Like it's not like she's clearly the best player.
Yeah, women seem to go up and down a lot more than the men.
Yeah, it's because nobody's really consistent. Only Serena.
Yeah. But I think that the message in all of this is that anyone out there should tweet to Marcus and ask for a Super Bowl bet date for pegging.
A date with Marcus.
For pegging.
The opportunity to peg Marcus if you beat him in a Super Bowl bet. I mean, it's win-win because if Marcus loses, he gets a free peg.
Yeah. Well, that's the same with her. She got the date off the guy. So she's a win-win on that as well.
Yeah, I really feel like she would actually do that.
I mean,
Unless it's like, if it's like some gross, like 60-year-old dude, then maybe not. But if it's just some random young guy, I feel like she'd be up for it.
it would be good to do it as like a catfish, where you have like this male model profile, and then you turn up.
Once a pegging, and then some 60-year-old Iranian dude shows up or something.
Then yeah, and she's already agreed to all kinds of weird shit like that.
Just say they're old photos.
Yeah. They're old photos when I used to be a different race.
It used to be different.
Oh my god. He's only 15 minutes late.
Is he here now?
He's joining. Oh, is he? No, maybe, yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Well, how nice of you to make yourself available for us.
I thought I'd rock up fashionably late.
You don't
That's
even
okay.
have your video set up.
Well,
Oh,
again,
shit.
you have to dust it off from the pegging.
Amateur. This is meant to be a professional podcast.
I actually turn this thing Hang on. So I've forgotten how to.
First you got to close the porn website.
Yeah, that's true. Actually. All right, there we go.
Leave
That
the
should
phone
work.
up. That's all right.
Yeah.
There
Well,
we go.
speaking of which, if we're going to talk about porn quickly, Marcus did raise our attention to a lovely moment of fan love in the K-League in Korea.
Yes, I did. This
Um,
was outstanding.
Marcus was trying to get us to help him to do this in Australia, and we said it's kind of inappropriate and really not something we should be doing. But basically,
What's inappropriate?
huh?
What do we define as inappropriate in this day and age?
Well, yeah, the weird thing is that, like, okay, so the story is that the K-League side had to apologize after filling the stand with their empty stadium at the moment with sex dolls. But the sex dolls had clothes on them. They even had masks on the sex dolls. So, like...
Yeah, it made no sense why you had to apologise for something.
Yeah.
You could have just said they were mannequins or dummies or whatever and you just dressed them up. Like,
Believe in
seriously.
yourself.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't actually matter, so...
Yeah, it's just not right.
No, it's not at all as far as I'm concerned, so...
You know, I think that every stadium should be putting out sex dolls.
Well, whether it's mannequins, fake people, sex dolls, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So.
At least they didn't use, like, blow-up dolls.
Well, see, that would have been funny.
Yeah, especially if they got, like, the sheep ones and the, all the weird sex doll, blow-up dolls you can buy.
Yeah,
Not that I have a
genuinely...
personal collection of 25 different ones, but...
Well, I reckon you just might, to be honest, considering what you just said. So
yes,
it wouldn't surprise me if you did. So.
And before we get into the results of the thing, there's another interesting story that people that have, in these times when there's not enough stuff to bet on, gamblers hard up for bets have decided to decide betting on porn stars playing beer pong.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a legitimate thing to bet on.
It's probably better than marble racing.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the
least it's
ADL,
people.
the Australian Duck League,
The Australians.
where they're literally putting random rubber ducks in a like a pond, not a pond, but like a river, and betting on who gets to the finish line first.
Oh, that's the same as marble racing, basically. So.
But what's crazy about this is sports bet.
Racing, though.
Sports bet are literally betting on it as well.
Well, that's because they've got no other bloody markets to put up for anything. So
yeah,
that's how bored they are.
Markets are coming back now.
They're coming back now.
Things are slowly starting to come back. So
especially with the Bundesliga.
When you got Bundesliga going.
Bundesliga.
Bundesliga, K-League, Belarusian Premier League, Korean baseball, Korean golf, Korean everything's on.
Yeah, Korean everything's on. So
Russia never stops.
I mean, you're right. Russia never stops, despite how fucked they are. So
I did see Sportsbet were promoting that they have table tennis live streaming there.
Living the dream.
It's like actually their promotion.
Yeah.
Not just something just like, there. It's literally promoted.
They were promoting live streaming the Duck League. Like the only reason why I know about it is because I got an ad to say that the Australian Duck League was about to take off, and it was an actual official sports bet thing with the Ducks.
I mean, we're pretty degen, but at this point, like things are going.
We're not degen enough, clearly.
Yeah, quite clearly, if we're not betting on the Australian Duck League, so
we will be.
Yeah, don't jump the gun.
We absolutely will be.
Yeah, that's fair.
By the end of this, I'll be hitting the market up, and we can all get in on the Duck League.
We're gonna get banned from Duck League bets for having too much of an edge.
I would find that one of my greatest achievements if I got banned from betting on Australian Duck League. Like, by
No,
a bookmaker.
Well, I
it would
showed you that guy was getting his weather bets restricted. Yeah, did I show you guys that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But whether you can actually do research on and figure out and have an edge on the actual weather. Someone just
Well, you can't have
dumping
an edge
30
on
ducks into
weather.
a fucking
Like
river is
odds
not.
of 185 each way. You can't beat
You
that.
can't have an edge on the weather.
You
can't.
can.
You put no. If they
You
know how to
can't.
do a market, you cannot. You just put $1.85 each way and just not be completely retarded.
You absolutely could if you figured out the patterns. I'm sure if you knew enough about weather, there's at least data on weather. There is no data on a fucking duck in a river.
Not even meteorologists.
Okay,
get
the point
weather
of having
right.
data on the weather is the reason that you shouldn't be able to beat it, because Sportsbet do the data and then just put $1.85 each way. You can't be that drastically wrong.
Well,
Long-term.
yeah, but I'm sure you can find your own edge.
I
Well,
don't.
clearly, if the guy is getting his bets limited, he found an edge. So
No, it's because Sportsbet. Well, it wasn't Sportsbet. It was one of the other ones. It was Ned's. Ned's are just incompetent. That's the reason.
Well, anyway, I believe that if you did enough research on weather, I'm sure you could figure something out.
So is this where we say this podcast is not gambling advice? Maybe you shouldn't bet on the weather.
I disagree. You should be betting on the weather. This is
Want it on the
100%.
record that it was
This is
James who said
financial
to bet on the
advice,
weather.
guaranteed to give you results. Bet on the weather.
You're
is
gonna get
financial.
sued.
But I am also saying that you would have to do research to know it. I'm not just saying that
So
like
some guy does the research, sees it was 18 degrees yesterday, bets over 17 degrees, loses. Does he get to blame you and sue you?
No, because I didn't say how much research. I didn't give the actual bet. So therefore, technically, he's still only following his own advice.
Interesting. Okay.
So therefore, I keep my my statement clear that clearly this is financial advice. It is guaranteed to give you results if you follow it properly. If he lost, he didn't follow it properly. If he won, if he won, clearly he did follow it, and therefore that's why he won.
So take credit for the wins, but no responsibility for the losses.
Yes, 100% of the time.
It's a smart thing to do, because then you can't be wrong.
It's the way you do it.
It sounds like some Marcus the Motivator advice, to be honest.
That's how gambling tipsters all work.
Just like
take credit
pick
for
the team that's going to win. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
well, you
stuff.
don't think the team's going to lose, would you?
You never pick the team that flows. What's the point in that?
yeah.
No point in that. So.
Exactly.
Perfect advice.
It is.
Who cares
so
what the price is? You just got to pick the winner. That's it.
We will. Okay, so moving on into the Bundesliga. And I think one of the highlights of the Bundesliga is that firstly they had the weird social distancing where they all had to sit along the sidelines. But there was a moment where one of the Schalke players could be heard telling someone to go fuck his grandmother in the silent stadium.
Was he saying that to the opponent, was he?
I believe so.
Hmm.
To Haaland.
Oh, yeah.
What were you going to say, Mark?
Did he not realise that because the stadium's empty, they can? Did the player not realise that because the stadium has no fans in it, that you can hit that everything can be heard?
Well, obviously.
I'd imagine
don't
he's
think
really
he-
not too worried about it, to be honest.
I don't think he was like, oh, I'm on TV and people can hear me. Now's the perfect time to tell someone to go fuck their grandma.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that level of thought was put into it. I didn't ask him, so I can't guarantee that's accurate, but, you know,
Yeah, fair enough.
that would be my guess.
I just would have thought, any logical person would realise that when you're in a massive stadium where everything echoes and everything can be heard quite clearly.
I'm pretty
when
sure
you
that
talk.
they're caught up in the game and
Yeah,
fucking play,
exactly.
you moron.
Heat of competition, they're not thinking about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
fair enough. Anyway, moving on. Sorry,
I
what
don't
were
think
the
it's a
results
big
of the
deal anyway,
Bundesliga?
to be honest.
It made the news, so whatever it is. Okay, so we're going to move into the results. And let's just say that the results of this were spectacular. There were some very interesting moments in these results. So we'll start off with the first game. So Dortmund versus Schalke. Now, I did get the right score, just the wrong way
Yeah,
around.
well done. Good job. So how much did you win on that bet?
Nothing.
Oh, right. Yeah, no big
But
deal.
you got to
well,
celebrate
yeah.
the near wins. It's the near wins.
The
that you
near
celebrate.
wins.
The
Yeah.
near wins. You were 8 goals off.
Yeah.
I had the
I
correct
feel like
score.
8 goals off in soccer is not a near win.
It was close.
Like, it's hard to be that much more wrong.
Actually it is.
It's really difficult.
Statistically, that's got to be like 99% wrong.
So just to remind everybody, what did you bet and what was the result?
So I bet that Schalke would win 4-0,
Yeah,
and Schalke happened to lose 4-0.
4-0.
You.
Well, see, if it had been 0-4, which 0 to Schalke and 4 to Dortmund, you would have been 100% correct if you had got that correct.
Yeah, but I was
You had to
like
realise
99% incorrect.
I think you were 100% incorrect in that scenario.
Marcus actually happened to win on that. So
Yeah, you only lost $20. I
Ow.
lost 100.
well, I lost
and Marcus
20.
won 120.
Yeah.
Yeah. So between us all, we're even.
Yeah, I took Dortmund, didn't I?
You took Dortmund,
What did I take?
which is a
Again,
pretty
I can't
fucking
remember.
easy bet.
No, Marcus took overs, right?
No, sorry, overs.
And I
for
took overs.
What did I take? Over 2.5? What did I take over 2.5 goals? Yeah.
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 Okay, so that
And I
was
had
that.
I had 100 on unders, and Marcus had 200 on overs.
Yeah.
Overs, yeah.
Yeah.
I went against you pretty hard and got that one correct.
Yeah,
Alright.
you did. I was very good.
Okay, next game. This time I happened to lose again. I took half an iron to win at $2.10, and they happened to lose 3-0 to Hertha Berlin, which both you cunts took.
Yeah.
At $3.40. So you both won $240 off that game.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That was a good
Except for
one.
the fact that you lost 100, Andrew, because you got the
Yeah,
wrong correct
I had the
score, and
correct
Marcus,
score.
you lost 50.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
Then we
right.
go
Still-
to...
Good win
I'm
on the
sensing-
game. I'm happy with that.
I'm sensing a theme here that James is going to be the one who continuously loses most of the time.
Yeah, well, I can't
No,
help
he
it.
didn't, because he had a huge win on the Bundesliga 2.
Anyway, let's
Which
go
we'll
to
come
the
to.
next match.
Don't give it away. I wanted him to start insulting me so that it would just turn around when he gets fucked by these results. But anyway, so then
So
we
I'm
have...
always going to get fucked by these results, no matter what. I know that.
Oh,
So
no.
Marcus was the big loser, I'm assuming.
No, well, let's just put it this way. When we get to the results and some of the stuff that we play back from last week, it'll blow your minds.
All right. Let's get to it.
But yeah, so then we have Augsburg versus Wolfsburg. Augsburg 1, Wolfsburg 2.
Yeah. I got that.
Andrew took Augsburg and won at $3.10. Oh, sorry, no, you lost, didn't you?
No,
Sorry.
I lost. Wolfsburg won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcus,
won.
you took the draw at 3.30 and you lost.
Yes.
This is where I started to win a little. Wolfsburg won for $100 at $2.25, so not bad. Now, the next game, which I wrote down wrong.
Plus 125 to you.
Yeah, me. So at that point, I'm only up by $5 because I lost 120 so far. The next game, Fortuna Düsseldorf versus Paderborn. Now, I wrote down Marcus, but the bet was actually for Andrew. And he took fucking 0-0
Four
at
draws,
$11.
son. Bing.
Wait, I swear I took the fucking draw in this game.
Yeah, well, you didn't. And here is the video to show you didn't.
Proof. You can't lie.
Fortuna Dusseldorf is $2.10. The draw is $3.60. Paderborn is $3.30.
Can I bet 0-0, please?
0-0.
Yeah.
More draw.
Yeah, I said I wanted to bet 0-0, and then Marcus said it was a shit game that he doesn't want to bet on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make sense, yeah.
So, yeah, essentially, yes, that was the correct
But I
result.
only put $50 on it, which was like the
But at
smallest.
$11, that's a pretty fucking solid result.
Yeah, I agree.
That is
outstanding.
the difference between winning and losing.
That is an outstanding result.
Yeah.
All right, the next game we have is RB Leipzig.
Well, you had a bet on that game too, didn't you?
I
It was a
did, but I
push.
took draw no bet. So
Yeah,
mine
it was a push.
is,
Yeah.
Then we have RB Leipzig versus Freiburg.
I always love your pronunciations, James.
That's all completely wrong.
Well, I love your bets because you fucking lost both of them. You took 50 for 3-1 and you took 50 for 3-0, and it was 1-1, so you were pretty far off.
Oh, well.
Then we have Eintracht Frankfurt versus Gladbach. Eintracht Frankfurt was 1, Gladbach was 3. Now, Andrew took Eintracht for 200 at $2.88, which didn't get up.
Oh, not
They
good.
were 2-0 down within 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good for you.
Because the first goal was after like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that didn't go too well.
Which would have looked good for me because I took Gladbach to win to 0, except fucking Frankfurt scored, so 3-1 I lost. But Marcus, for 300 at $2.30, gets up with a fucking, Gladbach.
Mönchengladbach.
It's a solid $390 win there.
Good win.
Now, the next game, Union Berlin versus Bayern Munich.
Finally.
Well, you cunts didn't even take a bet in this game, but I believe that I took over 10 corners, and Union Berlin had 4 corners, but Bayern Munich had 10 of their own, so 14. So therefore, I won.
Good work.
So that
we
was
didn't think about what else to bet. What was the score for that game, just out of curiosity?
I didn't even. Hang on, let me find
2-0,
it.
wasn't it? Pretty sure 2-0.
I didn't even write it down because it was irrelevant, but yeah, 2-0.
2-0 Bayern. Yeah.
1-0 at halftime. So.
Yeah, they scored like just before halftime. Yeah.
But you know, when you put $300 on the overs on the corners, it's a pretty solid result.
That is. What did it pay?
$3.40.
What did it pay?
That is fucking outstanding.
It was $1.90, the real odds for that.
That
So I
was the
put
one
down
where
3.
you put the fake odds.
You put down 3 for me.
Which actually happened to be to get up, which is pretty amazing statistically. Okay, next game, Werder Bremen, but also irrelevant in the final standings, as we'll get to. Werder Bremen won.
Werder Bremen.
Werder. I'm not fucking one of them.
It's Werder.
It's Werder. Speak
Pretty
English.
sure it's Werder.
It's Werder Bremen.
I speak English now. It's Werder. Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen versus Leverkusen. Leverkusen were 4. Werder Bremen were 1. Andrew took Leverkusen at $100 at $1.72, so $72 there.
Yeah.
Marcus took Werder Bremen at $4.33 for $50, so that was
really good bet there, Marcus.
You may as well have thrown your money out the window.
Almost just as bad as James's Schalke 4-0, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't a good bet, let's be honest.
But I took the under on corners on this one, and fucking Leverkusen had 9 unders and 9 corners, and the line was at 9. So the fact that Werder Bremen had 2 means it was 11 and I lost. So you win
not
some,
good.
you lose some. Then we got to the
That's-
final game. Now, firstly, you made fun of my pronunciations on this again, which I think is bullying and not fair. Andrew said he wouldn't have a clue. I said that wasn't one of the options.
So,
Andrew took 1-1.
what was the last game again, sorry?
It is the
It's
last
the second
game.
Bundesliga.
Yeah, it was John Regensburg versus Holstein Kiel.
I don't even know what he's talking. Oh, is this Bundesliga 2?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what we just said. The
Second
second
division.
Bundesliga. It's a complete random team.
So so Andrew went all in for 1-1 at $6.50, which was $250. Which the score wasn't 1-1, so he lost. Now, Marcus, you went with your final amount of 150. You put your final 150 on 2-1.
Which way?
For Jan Regensburg.
Yep.
And then I went ahead and I said to you that the game was going to be a draw, and I went all in at $3.40 for $330. And you said, and I quote, "What's going to be great is James will be leading, and you'll score in the 90th minute."
Yes. I'll go 2-1 in favour of Regensburg for 150.
2-1, which is $10. So
Yep.
I will take the draw.
So what's going to be great is
I'm
James
just
will
putting
be
where I'm all
leading
in.
in like the 85th minute, 1-1 with the draw, and then I'll score in like the 90th to go up 2-1, game over.
Now, the score wasn't that, but it was exactly 2-1 until the 90th minute, at which point there was an equaliser, and at which point I got up. So thank you for predicting the results, and that was a $792 victory for me. So.
Well, I did predict something stupid was going to happen. I just thought it was going to go my way, not yours.
Yeah, kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the way it is.
So the final results on that was Andrew won $62. Marcus,
Not bad.
you also won $300. So well done there.
Hey, you beauty.
You were only 1,000 behind me, but you know. That final game, what a fucking victory.
It's amazing, one goal, the difference between I would have smashed
And
you.
you exactly
would've
said
smashed
in the
you well.
90th minute as well.
Well, it looks like, hey, considering this is the first week we've done this and the fact that we all ended up in front, I think we're pretty fucking good at being degen punters, just quietly.
We fucking smashed it.
We haven't gone to the ScoMo bets, though, that all lost.
No, they didn't all lose.
Oh, I got up on the ScoMo bet.
I thought we all lost.
I mean, you lost every bet, but you know, some of us won. Some of us had some wins there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on the actual sports, yeah, we smashed it. We effectively won 50%. So we put on in total between us, we bet 3,000 and we won over 1,500. So it's pretty decent effort.
That's not bad.
I mean, I did have to help you guys out, but you know, some people are here to help, You know.
That's all right. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you really should
Hey,
because
that
you
might-
only just
yeah,
got it.
Hey, if he gets in front, he gets in front. He gets in front. That's all that matters in the end.
Exactly. It's difficult to beat such.
Sometimes I like to win
ridiculous
over 100% on my bets, but if you want to call breaking even and winning over 100% the same thing, fine. Who's got a better bank account at the end? I mean, someone who just wins would say something like that because they've got to justify the fact that they're barely a winner.
Fucking goal in the 90th minute cost me.
So perfect too,
margin.
especially when you predicted it.
I predicted the fucking score as well. Oh my god! What was the actual price of my bet, and how much did I have on it?
You were at 10. It was $10 for 150.
So I would have stood to collect like 12. Wait, no, 11. What was it? 10. So I would have stood to collect over $1,000 if it was.
Yeah.
If that 90th minute goal doesn't go. Oh,
Yeah.
But it
it
did,
did.
so you lost.
but it did, so I lost. That's
And I won.
good shit. Fucking hell.
So amazing.
Fuck.
So yeah, we had our bonus ScoMo bets. So we had the bet on the tie, and amazingly Marcus won, although we took the favorite. So,
Yeah.
$2.50. You had blue, so that was that.
Yeah.
The first word at the next press conference, the word he said, as far as I'm aware, wasn't on the list, so therefore it would have been a push. So
They
therefore,
refunded everything, I think.
yeah.
So.
But the next one, which yet again, you both took the unders on how many Australians ScoMo would say, but someone took the overs, and
You
it was
took
over.
the overs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yet again, defeating both of you.
Yeah,
It's awkward
well.
there, but
Yeah, shit happens.
It's a shame we weren't actually pooling all the winnings this week.
yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
That would have been a solid result if we were.
Yeah. I did tell you guys that if we don't do it this week, we're going to absolutely smash it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did bet $5 on the number of Australians just so we would know who won, and it won. So technically, we had a winning week.
Yeah, that's okay.
But $5 bet of yeah.
So we won what?
I think I won
$4.50
$4.64.
Yeah,
Hey, a win's a win. That's all that matters.
It is.
yeah. You can shout
Especially
us
when
if
it goes
you
to
know
me.
something, then.
Yes, you can shout us something. Right. So
No,
do we want
you
to
can
move
shout
on?
me something. You can.
Shut up.
I held up the team here. Like, you guys just.
Oh, fuck. Oh, get over. Anyway.
My shoulders are tired from carrying you both.
Wow.
It's just. I think you should buy me a massage to help fix that.
All right, one happy ending massage.
One happy ending
With
massage
free
coming
pegging
right
as well,
up.
coming up for you.
Yeah.
Wicked.
We're gonna send that happy ending massage right to your house. Done. No
Well,
problem.
that'll do well.
Right. So moving forward to this coming week.
Yeah, well,
What
this week,
is-
again, we're still in the in-between phase because AFL and NRL doesn't start till next week. So this week we're gonna do Bundesliga again, I guess.
Well, how about this? How about are we going to start punting for real this week?
I think we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. All right. So, James, have you set up our new betting account?
No, and we shouldn't be covering that part of it on this.
Yeah.
That stuff we can discuss in private. But yes,
You
we
can
are.
just cut this
What
out
we can
anyway,
cover on
so-
this is that we are, in fact, actually setting up an account just so we can do this.
Yes.
The
we
odds
are
and
going
ends
to
of
set
how
up
we
an
do
account.
that, we don't need to cover on the.
No, I wasn't
podcast.
going to discuss that. I just wanted to know. We are.
All we need
are
to
going
say is
set
the
up
new
a
account is getting set up. That's all that needs to be
Yes.
said.
Yes.
So okay, beautiful. We can
But-
discuss the details in.
All right, we
another
can
forum.
also stop saying that we're going to discuss the details elsewhere. Because
Anyway,
We can
moving
also
on.
discuss the body we killed last night, where we're going to bury it as well. If you want.
I thought you'd
so
already
good.
taken care of that, James.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did, but I just wanted to recover just to make sure you guys remembered when I told you via text
Reiterate.
message where we
Then the
were.
police come knocking at the door.
It would be pretty hilarious if someone did like clip that and then send it. 3 idiots discuss where they left a dead body on a podcast.
Yeah.
God.
It would
Right,
almost be
moving on.
worth it to like put out a podcast just titled that, and then talking like
Where we left the
suspiciously.
body.
Yeah.
Oh god. So, what's the plan going to be for what we decide to bet on this week? How are we
Yeah.
going to go about
Well,
that?
I think
we
first
need to set up all the
we just
rules.
need to make it clear that this week is again a weird week because there's no AFL and NRL, so we're gonna have to go off book, so to speak, and
We
be
can
a
bet
little
on
bit different to the. Huh?
We can bet on anything. I'm thinking of
We
putting some
can,
multis
but
in.
it's gonna be different too once they start up and we actually start following what we're gonna follow.
But we're going to be following everything we bet on anyway. That's what's going to happen.
Yes, but this week is different because, again, the primary thing we're going to try and do is bet on NRL and AFL every week.
Yes.
Yes, so
I
since
agree.
neither of those are on this week, we are going to be doing it differently.
All right, yeah, that's fine. So we'll go some more Bundesliga again.
Yes.
Daffy, you're the
bunnies.
expert on.
So
You're
I
the
think what we should do is we have a running total for how much everyone's up from AFL, from NRL, and then from everything else just combined.
No, I think you
Yep.
combine AFL and NRL.
Combine it. Okay, yeah, all right. So
But I
how
feel
much
like
we're all up from AFL and NRL, and then how much we're all up from everything else combined.
But then you lose the fun of like Marcus having to degen bet on some fucking random dog to try to win back that he's way behind.
How do we lose that? He still has to do it.
Huh?
Weren't we going to all have a percentage of the bankroll that we need to bet each week on non-AFL NRL?
Well, yeah, we can, but
Yeah,
we
it's
should
just-
the whole bankroll thing should be combined.
So what I thought we were going to do is, so we all put in $200 each. So we all have a $200 bankroll to start, and then whoever's winning, their part of the bankroll increases and decreases.
Well, what I thought we were going to do is have a private betting thing, and then on the thing say we're betting $1,000, and then figure out from there.
No, let's just record what we're actually doing. Like, it's
All right.
fine.
Yeah, I think that's better. Record what we're actually doing.
There's no reason to say it's 1,000 when it's 200. It's fine. $200
Because that's
bankroll
way
is
more
not much for
realistic.
most people anyway.
Yeah.
It's way more realistic to do the real thing than to fake it.
It's just
just
let's
said.
just do what we're actually doing. It's
Yeah,
fine.
do what we're
Yeah.
actually doing. I think that's better.
All right. But yeah, we only need one running total.
Yeah, I think we're better off doing that. One running total. And we just do whatever we think we do.
So we have
we
one running
just come up
total. We're
with some
not
bets.
separating how much we're up from the real bets and the degen bets.
Nah, I reckon just go
It's
everything
one
all
running
in one.
total. It's all in part of
Yeah.
it. This
All
whole
in.
thing is degen.
Yeah,
All right, that's
all
fine.
in.
All right, if you want to do that, we'll do that. But every week you should have to bet a certain percent on non-AFL NRL.
Well, that takes away the fun of it. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want on it.
You can do whatever you want. I reckon that's best.
I feel like you should be forced to bet a certain percent on bullshit. So then if someone runs up like 5K, then they got to bet $500 on like Mexican baseball or some shit.
But if you have to bet, yeah, okay. If you get to 5K, it's a whole fucking different story.
Well, that's a different story. I think at that
Because then
point,
you're
if we do
forced
get
to bet so much on nonsense. That's what contributes to the fun of it.
all right, so
But the whole
Do
thing
we-
isn't trying to just do it. It's
do we say a minimum we got to bet 10% on 10% of our bank on just bullshit crap each week?
That's what I reckon.
but why would you be betting your full bankroll each week?
No,
You
no,
don't have
I
to
said
bet your full
I didn't say full. I said we got to bet 10% on crap each week.
But
Or
then
even
define
5%,
crap because you can bet
whatever it is.
random shit on AFL and NRL too.
No, so like
Oh,
10% is non-AFL NRL.
I was gonna
But then
have
why
like,
can't we do some fucking ridiculous AFL NRL bet if some
I was
prop bet
gonna do
comes up?
like
Well, we can. We do
multis.
both.
Yeah, we do everything.
So like the point is maybe you bet half the bankroll in the week if you want to be ridiculous. And
Yeah.
so it's like 10% is on like Korean soccer or something, and then another 40% on AFL NRL.
Anyway, I think we'll bet on enough stupid shit anyway that we won't need to actually worry about it.
I feel like being forced to have ridiculous amounts on nonsense.
Well, look,
Is
I'm going to
what's
be doing some
fantastic.
stupid multis, so
It's
I'm
going to
gonna-
be, we're going to be coming to the thing with ridiculous bets anyway.
I'm going to be doing dogs into horses, into K-League, into Korean PGA golf.
And for that reason, you will last till like round 4 of the AFL or round 3 of NRL.
Hey,
Noting that we're already a round into them, so that's actually like...
I'll either last to round 4 or I'll last to the end of the year, one way or the other, comfortably.
All right, so we're going to have no rules then?
No rules. Just
All right, no rules.
no
I
rules.
feel like rules are better, but if you guys want to do no rules...
Fuck
we'll do-
rules, because I want to have a multi that the banker is Donald Trump to win the election in November.
A
Well, that's
multi...
going to be a great fucking thing that if this week you bet on that and then your whole fucking bankroll is tied up till November
Yeah,
and we just sit around and fucking wait.
I feel like
It doesn't
everything
matter.
should have to be settled before the end of the week, to be honest.
All right, fair enough. All right,
Just
well,
for
that's
the
one rule.
purpose of this.
You've got to have the bets settled by...
By
they've
the
got to be
next
settled by,
podcast.
say, they've got to be settled by like the next podcast.
Yeah.
Unless it's a minor bet. I feel like you should be able to bet like $10 on some random fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
we'll work,
Okay.
we can work that out.
It can
yeah.
be like a Hail Mary. You can't bet your whole fucking thing though on... Yeah. Otherwise,
So-
like you come to the podcast with no bets next week. Like, how the fuck are we going to...
Well, so is there a minimum amount of bets we need to make then?
Not necessarily.
No minimum amount.
No.
Yeah,
Because we
just-
can
I just
run
come up with-
through...
So you can just pick the one best AFL game every week to bet on, and that's it.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like that's
we're
not
still going to
exciting enough.
fucking talk about every game and discuss why we didn't bet on it.
Yeah. We'll come up with stupid shit, don't worry. Do you think we're not going to bet on shit? Of course we
Well,
are.
I am, but like I feel
Yeah,
like
exactly.
being forced to makes it so much better.
Do you think we need to be forced to bet on stupid shit?
We don't
Yeah.
have to be forced to not bet because we have to keep
Exactly.
the bankroll.
We've got to keep the bankroll. That's going to be our biggest problem.
This guy's talking about fucking betting on random shit that's just got no hope. I mean, he's really going to struggle to be here in the third podcast. Like, it's...
The way I'm going, I
fuck
won't make week 3. So
I'll do rules for my portion of the bankroll then. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
force
if you
myself
want
to bet 10% on bullshit, and you guys
yeah.
can do.
You can bet whatever the fuck you want to. You can,
Yeah.
create your own rules.
All right, let's do that then. Fine, I'm happy with that.
But yeah, we're going to discuss every AFL and NRL game as to why we're betting on it or why we're not betting on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's
We'll-
cool. All right.
we'll work it out. It'll be
Because
good.
the thing is, we're going to have random info on random games and be able to say, well, I'm not betting on this game because these guys are fucking retards and I don't want to bet on the other team because they also suck or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. We'll
So-
work it out.
The other thing is, what are we gonna do about your idea for the guest bankroll?
That'll be hypothetical.
Oh no, we should place their bets.
We've
We
got
have
to
to-
place
no,
their bet.
no. This is not hypothetical. This is being placed.
We have
This
like
is
a,
being
we've got
There's
to have
no
a
way
guest.
that's hypothetical.
We've
Okay.
got to have a guest come on each week, and they have to give 2 or 3 bets that we place.
But
think
no,
that's
no,
what
no,
it
no, no,
should
no,
be.
no. Yeah, okay, but we have to also set rules on it because we can't have someone go, if their bankroll's $200, they can't say, I want to put $200 on fucking this, and then it loses.
All right. I feel
No,
like
no.
I feel like we don't need to have a guest every week.
No,
No.
but
I feel like every week is
when we can,
too
we
much.
do.
But what we can do is we can just throw them some of the random bonus bets that we get. I think.
Yeah.
So, like, if we get a random bonus bet and there's only one and it's about to expire, we just let the guest put the bonus bet on whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Let's
Yeah,
start.
but then the problem with that is also that if say we get a $50 bonus bet, they can only bet $50. So they can only bet the one fucking thing. They can't then come in and have 10 random fucking bets on God knows what.
No, but we say they can only have. We get them to have, like, say, just 2 or 3 things to bet on each week. That's it.
No, if we have a guest, we want them to be. The fact of having a guest is having the fact that they're going to be wild as fuck with no idea what they're talking about. So
Okay.
they're going to bet on 20 different things or 5 different games or some shit. We don't want it that they're limited to only one game because we only have a $50 bonus bet that you can only bet once. So they have to.
Well, just get them. Well, just coerce them to bet in a certain ways when you're talking to them.
But we
So
don't
they
want
like
that. We want them to be fucking loose and weird.
Well, okay, what we could do is we could all put in money as well for a guest bankroll. And then we tell them how much that they have to bet of it. So we can just decide what percentage of the bankroll they're allowed to bet.
Yeah.
I reckon, I mean, just. I
Even if we
reckon
gave the
just let them
bankroll.
bet on whatever, basically.
No,
yeah,
you
they can
gotta
bet on
limit it.
whatever, but we get to
Just let them.
we're choosing what percentage of the bankroll they get to bet.
Yeah.
Well, we just decide how much. We decide how much the bet is. They decide what to bet on.
No,
Basically.
that's not as
No.
fun.
We
Say
just give them a percentage of how much of the
Okay,
bankroll they get
alright.
to
Yeah.
bet, and then they
so
can
even
do it however
even
they
if they
want.
only have $100
Yeah, that's fair
bankroll,
enough.
if we say you can bet $20 or like 20% of the bankroll, it's still going to be hilarious that they then have 10 bets and they're whatever the fuck it is. 5 of them are $1 and then the other 10 or the other 5 are fucking $2 or whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah.
However they work it out is still going to be weird and wild.
Yeah, we'll work it out. That
So do
sounds
you
right.
reckon maybe we'll put in 150 total for that? So it's an extra $50 each. And just do it like that.
And we give them 20%. They can bet up to 20% on that episode.
So we're all
So
at
that-
250.
So we're all chugging in 250 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
200 for each of us, and then 150 for the guest bankroll.
Yeah.
And
And they
then
can only bet 20% on an episode.
and they get to bet 20% an episode. Yeah. And then, so what are we going to do about
Should we also
bonuses?
hang on? Well, we can figure out bonuses. We can probably just put our own bets on the bonuses.
Fuck,
I
we'll
think-
work it out.
I think for the
Let's just
bonuses,
work it out as we go.
Because we want to keep the the accounts rolling. We don't want the whole fucking thing to go bankrupt. So if we
That's
can
likely to happen anyway.
yeah, but if we can limit how much we lose by offsetting some of our actual bets onto the bonuses, then we keep the money going longer.
Well, the bonuses will just be part of it. So
didn't you say you wanted the bonuses not to be part of the tracking how much everyone's up, or what?
Yeah, that won't count as part of how much everyone's up, but for us as a
it'll
collective,
just be
we
more.
take
It'll
it as a
just be
bonus.
more in the account. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. who
Okay,
cares
well
about
maybe
bonuses?
so maybe
Because
we
remember,
could
it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, our actual results are getting split between us anyway. So
Yeah.
if Marcus wins 179 and then I lose 36, that's what the numbers are. It doesn't matter what's actually in the account.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That is what's in the account.
But
No, but it doesn't
split
matter
between
what the
us, it's
overall
not.
number is in the account.
So
Who cares about that? It's
okay,
just
so we're gonna split the final amount 3 ways, no matter who's won what, yeah?
Yeah.
So we're not having
Yeah.
a bonus for whoever's won the most.
No,
Nah.
we just split it between
The
us.
only benefit is you get to bet more if you've been the one winning. You get
Yeah.
to bet bigger amounts.
yeah, pretty much. That's
Yeah.
Although the problem with that is going to be if someone busts.
Okay, cool. We just bet whatever, and we just split it all at the end.
No,
Yeah, but
I feel like whoever's been winning gets to bet more because otherwise then Marcus is going to bust us all.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, but then we come
It's
into
like
the
we
problem.
win $1,000 and then Marcus starts betting $100 on like 15 leg multis. Like when he's losing, he only gets to bet $1 on this shit.
But yeah. I think that we should be able to delegate some of it to someone. So if he busts out and then if I'm up $10, I should be able to give him $10 to bet.
Yeah. Yeah,
we'll work out how it goes. So
what we can do then, if the bonuses aren't part of our individual bankrolls, then
No.
well then the proceeds from the bonus bets can become the guest bankroll. So say like I've got like $50 on some team and they don't win, but I get a $50 bonus bet back, right?
Yeah.
So my bankroll's $50 less, but then we get to bet that $50 bonus bet, and say the $50 bonus bet wins $200, and the guest bankroll's $200.
No. I think the guest bankroll stays what it is.
Well, it's just that way we don't have to deposit money for the guest bankroll.
No, I think we should, because there's the risk that fucking he loses everything, and then who the fuck knows what else is going to happen, right? So I think we have the guest bankroll, but we, as much as possible, we try to replace the bets with the bonus bets.
Yeah,
so if I want to have $50 on some bet, that gets placed on the with the bonus bet in our account. In our tracking, that doesn't make any difference, but in our account, as in terms of money, we bet the $50 bonus bet.
Yeah. Let's just put in $250. Let's just put in $250 each, and we'll work it all out as we go.
I think we should work it out now before he fucking.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So if we're gonna bet $50 on something anyway, we use the $50 to bet instead of using cash in the account to bet.
Yeah, use the bonus bet. That's
yeah,
just
but
logical.
bonus bets, you shouldn't be betting like even money shots on bonus bets.
We know that. We're not going to be doing that. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
the bonus bets should be used for multis or long shots.
Yeah. So we do that.
We'll do that.
So at the end of it, we separate to all of it. We can figure out, okay, we have $50 in bonus bets. We're going to use it on this as opposed to whatever. If we can use one of our bets, then we do it. If not, then we figure out some other way of doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have the bonus bets as adding to the bank. So
you can have the bonus bets as like bonuses for whoever does well, whoever's the best puncher, whoever wins the most each week.
I think it should just go into the cash account. We should try to win
the
money.
I feel like that's a pretty good idea. So like at least there's some sort of bonus.
There's an extra bonus if you do well. That's the bonus.
The top winner of the week gets all the extra bonus bets and bonus money and all of that.
Gets the bonus bets. Yeah.
But then,
it's not costing us anything.
Can massively skewers the thing, though.
Yeah,
massively skew it.
Considering what we're doing, that just seems kind of like the logical way with the bonus. What to do with the bonus bets?
No,
or a portion of it.
But what I'm saying is I feel like we should be trying to protect the actual money because we're going to need it from busting on fucking these bets. So we should actually be trying to win them.
Cut out for me now, James.
We need to try to...
James can't hear a word you're saying.
Okay, go. Can you hear me now?
No. James's connection has died.
James has died, so...
Yeah. So I guess
what do you reckon?
It's up to us to decide. So let's go with the winner gets...
What do you reckon? Easy. Bonus bets?
Well, so
winner gets bonus bets or a portion of them to punt with. So.
What we can do also is if someone happens to bust, we can just pinch money from the guest bankroll.
Well, as I said, I think the best thing to do is kind of
whatever.
I think the best thing to do is we just take it like week by week. We kind of decide to do. We just don't go really stupid with things. So, because there's three of us, right? We're all going to keep each other in check one way or the other. So, You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
No.
the other thing I was thinking, like if we manage to get like 3 bonus bets in a week,
Can you hear
it
me
seems
now?
to make sense that we all get to use one. But
Can you
Yeah,
hear
well,
me
that's
now?
logical. So,
yeah,
Can you hear me?
no, we still can't hear you, James.
yeah, your connection still sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So that's where I think, like, yeah, if that's just logical that if we get 3, then we get one.
Jesus, your connection's
If we
dying out
only
too.
get 1, well, then whoever wins to the weekend. Really?
Yeah, his connection's terrible
Not
now.
on internet already. Okay.
I don't understand
I
how
can hear
Andrews
you.
is perfect.
Because we've got the best internet in the country right here. TPG, sponsor of today's video. Go
Yeah.
out, buy TPG internet.
on that note, fuck the NBN. What a bunch of absolute cunts.
NBA.
So my internet should be much better, except for them being absolute fucking
It's
cunts.
not.
Yeah. Well, they
That's the
didn't
reality
fucking
of it.
come to do the wiring. They were supposed to
Hang on.
turn up. They didn't fucking come. I called the NBN to complain, and these arrogant cunts don't even have a complaint line. And then secondly, they say you've got to deal with your internet provider. We don't care. And I'm like, well, so you're saying you don't care that your person said they were coming at on this day and they didn't come, and you don't think that it's a problem that they're that unprofessional? And the guy says no.
So good. So good.
So
it's the
yes,
best thing
thank you
ever.
to the NBN for ruining this podcast. You fucking
Oh,
cunts. You ruined my weekend and you ruined this podcast because you're
that's so good.
fucking unprofessional dickheads.
Right. Okay. So how about we go? We'll finish up by going away, and we've got to come up with some bets to get on the weekend for Thursday.
Yeah, but I think we should be limiting how much we're betting on this shit because this is a wild round.
All right, but so
Well,
we're all putting in 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've confirmed that. So 200 each, and then 150 for the guest bankroll.
Yeah.
However much each person wins or loses is added to how much they can bet each week.
Yeah.
And then I think bonus bets we can sort of just work out as we go, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Yeah.
So, like, maybe if someone's bust their entire bankroll, at least they get to use the bonus bet or something.
we'll work it out.
Or we work together to try to build the bankroll up so that there is extra there. If someone busts, they can use some of that.
We'll work that out one way or the other.
If someone busts, they can just pinch a little bit from the guest bankroll.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll work it out one way or the other what to do. I think we'll sort that out. So yeah. All right, it's time to go away and work out some degenerate.
But yeah, how much are we limiting the bet for this round? Or are we not? We're just doing whatever the fuck.
Let's not limit anything.
No, there's no limits.
Okay.
There's no limit. Let's not limit anything.
Marcus comes into the start of the NRL next week with no money in his bankroll.
Well, then he'll pinch the guest bankroll, then I guess.
No, he can only take like 10% max. There's no way you could take the whole guest
We'll
bankroll.
work it out.
Yeah, he can pinch 10%. And
Yeah.
then he's
We'll
betting
work
as
it
much as
out.
the guests.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Unless he somehow fucking hits something massive.
Yeah.
We'll
But,
work
like, all that
something out.
matters is what... So we're going to start with 750, and then we'll just record how much we're up. Like, that's it, combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just record.
But
Yeah.
we're also recording
much.
how much each individual person is up, because then they get to bet more.
But how much we have in the bank account is kind of irrelevant because it's not necessarily part of. It's how much each individual is up is really the be all. and
We'll
all.
work it out. We'll work it out. So.
We can throw in that that's the case because we won this or that.
But,
Yeah.
like, okay, so,
Do we-
like, if we're saying... What if they have, like, a cash back bet, right? So, like, you bet losers, like, say, like, it's an early payout, right? So
But that you don't win that. No, you don't win that.
So it's a loss.
Yeah,
And
but
then what happens
the
to
account
all the,
wins.
what happens to all the
The
extra
account
cash?
gets.
The account gets boosted. We want to boost the account as much as possible because this dickhead is probably going to be bankrupt by the start of the fucking football season. So yeah, having some buffer there makes it better.
All we're really tracking is we're tracking how much each of us win or loses for the sake of the show, but we're trying to get as much money in the kitty as possible, basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
what we can do then is say like I've got a $50 bet and it's an early payout. So they pay out $150 on a losing bet. That $150 just stays in the account, and if someone busts, they get a third of that.
Yeah, but well, yeah, whatever.
And
yeah,
it's the same with the bonus bets.
Yeah.
So any proceeds from a bonus bets just sits there.
That's what I was saying before, yeah.
Nobody gets to lose it. Nobody gets to use it unless they bust their entire bankroll.
Yeah,
Well,
that was what I was trying
yeah.
to say before, is that becomes to build our bankroll that when we need to come back in because someone's fucking busted.
Right, yeah, I didn't realise what you meant. Yeah, let's set up.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good with that.
And we can just add it, we can, as a side tally, we can say that collectively this is what the bankroll is at the end of the week.
And then our individual bankrolls or something else.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
And then if we get up to some... What?
The only thing we need to track for the sake of the podcast is how much each of us is up or down. That's it.
No, I think we can throw in what the account's on because
how much? Yeah, how much each of us is up or down, and then the actual total account.
Oh, someone wants to be all private now and doesn't want people to know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
See, he's even put himself on the
fucking
censorship.
NBN.
Yeah. Thank you, NBN. Delivering what matters.
Care how much each of us are up or down. I'm not going to care how much is in the bank. Anyway,
no, I think people care because then they'll want our advice on how to bet because they'll see that we have so much extra in the account. Despite the fact that Marcus has busted 4 times, we still have money in the account.
I know, because something's going to happen where James wins in like a 93rd minute goal and wins like $1,100 or something stupid.
No, yeah. That's the other thing we have to work out is if we have conflicting bets, what are we going to do?
Oh, yeah.
We bet the highest one. Whoever has the most.
So, like, say we're betting a match. It's whoever bets the total dollar amount.
Yeah.
So it's not how much to win. So say I want to bet $200 at $1.20, and Marcus wants to bet $100 at 5.
You're going all in.
$200 at $1.20.
You won't fucking win if you go all in.
So it's the stake.
Yeah.
It's the stake, not the return. And then also, like, let's say, what if we want to do correct scores? Someone wants to bet 3-1 and someone wants to bet 3-2. Can we bet
them both?
Yeah, bet them both.
Even though they're technically conflicting.
Yeah. They're technically conflicting, but those are fucking high payouts. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking. For that, we should do both. But if it's just match odds, it's just higher stake amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Tend to agree with that.
Should it be higher stake amount or should it be the because what if someone wants to put 100 on? Yeah, like you said.
That's what I'm saying. Is it higher stake amount or higher
difference?
I think we got to come to that when we get to it.
I think highest return is better than highest stake.
I think that the third person should be able to decide.
Well, we can discuss. We can always debate that each time. I think that's a good
we
thing
do it based on the
debate.
numbers. If 2 people combined is the same as what 2 people combined, then overrules the 1. If it's 1v1, then the third person gets to decide which one we actually bet.
I like to have the debate because you know what's going to happen.
And we can have the debate too.
We actually we end up betting on one and then the other one.
Thank you, MBN, yet again, delivering podcasts.
We're gonna have some bidding wars on how much we want to bet on things.
Exactly. That's true. So yeah. All right, I think we've got this somewhat worked out.
Yeah, I don't think we can talk to you anymore because your
NBN sucks. Yeah.
All right, my NBN sucks.
Are you at home? Did you pull into home?
I'm not even on the actual internet at home. I'm on 4G.
At home? Are you parked outside your house?
Yes.
I think you're on your home internet on Wi-Fi on low.
No, I'm
not.
Sure? I'm not. Yeah, I turned it off.
You're 100% sure? Because it seems
100% sure.
All right.
100% certain. because I started this because I started the podcast at the golf course.
Yeah.
So
And
4G sucks as well, is what we're saying.
yeah,
No, I just
Probably.
blame NBN. NBN are cunts, so fuck
blame
them.
NBN.
Even if you live in India and you're using random, I don't know what the Indian provider is, fuck the NBN.
Blame NBN.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only
Cool.
TPG.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck the NBN.
All right.
All right. So next
Alright.
podcast is Thursday,
Yep.
Thursday, Arvo.
and we're all going to come pre-prepared with our bets,
Yep.
We've got some bets.
and the
Done.
account will be open and ready to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Again, NBN problems. Whether we're gonna, we might need to discuss that after because
Well, I
the
think it
original
should be
plans.
so you can place the bets as we announce them on the podcast. To be honest.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, it's just that
yeah.
again, thanks to the NBN, our original plans have changed and cannot
Use your phone.
Again, that's easy to say, but that's a conversation for off air.
Right. McDonald's free Wi-Fi.
Why don't we
Okay,
use our phone
alright.
like Marcus there? It'll deliver great results if we use our
We can
phone.
use McDonald's free Wi-Fi.
Why don't we use
Exactly.
Marcus's phone so that we can not place the bets because the internet doesn't fucking work?
Anyway, we'll sort that out off air.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just
So,
Alright.
I think we should not place the bets, and then if it wins, we sue the NBN for the money they cost us. If it loses, we just forget about it and.
All right. Sounds good.
all right, cool. Sounds good. Right.
So
time for some
everyone
homework.
out there, that's a key part of betting is to find a scapegoat for why you might
Lost.
not have received the money that you should have, and therefore you can sue them. And if not,
Usually
at least you
blame
can
the
blame that to
bookmaker.
your wife as the reason why you lost. So therefore, it softens the blow at home when you've lost a 5 months paycheck on
Yeah, it's very
dogs.
important. Absolutely.
So yeah, this is financial advice, and that 100% is yes, financial advice to help you.
Hey, I'm winning on the dogs so far this month.
And your internet connection works too, so yeah, way to go.
How much are you winning on the dogs though, Marcus? Like $5?
I don't know. Yeah, probably $2.50.
Wait, dickhead, you haven't told us the $1,000 to $6 story yet. You teased us with this, or me, which I'm now bringing to the podcast. That you said there was a $1,000 bet to win $6 that you were going to mention.
Oh, yes. Right. So, the genius that I am, the degenerate, dumbass gambler that I am, decided to, on Saturday, there was a promotion being put out by a organisation that you could take, that if you managed to pick a whole bunch of winners in horse racing, you won quite a large amount of money. You'd win 50 grand. So what I thought I'd come up with this genius idea is to use that as the insurance just in case somehow I actually picked 7 winners, which, let's be honest, was never going to happen. And what I would do was I would lay all those selections on the exchange for an amount so that I would win no matter what. Because let's be honest, am I going to pick 7 winners? No, that's
Are you
never
going to pick
happen.
one winner? No.
No, well, maybe.
Well, the problem was
occasionally.
is he picked the first 2, but yeah, keep
Oh.
going.
I picked it. So I got the first 2, right? And so now I'm at the point where I've got to I had to lay $300. I had to place a lay bet of $300 on a $4 shot. So I'm risking like $1,000 to basically at this point get all the money I've lost back on the first 2 races, pretty much. And that's how I ended up making $6 and risking $1,000.
So just to be clear, you picked the first 2
And so if
winners
that
and
horse had
managed to
won,
lose.
you would have been risking like $5,000 to win $6.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
Fuck, imagine
Really,
like the
really
6th
good
one.
bet.
Imagine the 6th one got what would it have amounted to? Like fucking, you had to take out some fucking second mortgage, sell a kidney to fucking lay the whole
Well,
thing.
I almost had to reload one of the accounts with like an extra $5,000 in it just to keep going.
And that's only
You want to
halfway.
reload my money. Don't pretend like you were reloading. You wanted me to.
I think you mean his money, but okay.
You know,
Can I borrow $5,000 so I can try and win $6?
Fucking hell.
Basically what you asked me to do.
You asked him to
Yes,
borrow
pretty much.
$5,000 for $5. I mean, that's got to be the
The best
title of
thing
this
was
podcast. Can I
the
borrow
race that
$5,000
the
to win
select-
$5?
Look, the best thing was with the third race that I got to where I was risking $1,000. I was so confident of one horse winning that I picked the other horse in the insurance. So I was laying the horse that was always going to lose. Now it lost, even though it was only by a neck, but it still lost. So I was all good.
Fuck, I'd love to
I
see
was
a
a neck
photo.
away for having to risk $5,000.
I'm still trying to justify it. It was good bet, guys. I made $6.
It was always going to be good.
I mean, that is literally the same as the betting,
It was
the
always gonna be
strategy of
good.
betting on the black or red until it wins and just keep doubling down.
You've always got to have confidence in what you're doing, no matter how freaking ridiculous it may be what you're actually doing.
I'm sorry,
just gotta
but
be
confidence
confident in
has
what you're
zero
doing.
effect. Confidence does not affect the sixth horse winning or losing, and the sixth horse doesn't know that you
I
happen
love
to
how
have lost
James's
the previous
MBN
fight.
cuts out at the exact time we
Yeah.
need him to bag the
I
shit
can't
out of
hear
him.
it. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's on this. On my side, it's being recorded, so there'll be plenty of insults.
That's all right.
No idea what you said.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
good.
Right, so let's leave it for today, and we'll
Fuck
be
the
back on
MBN.
Thursday.
If you can hear me,
All right.
fuck the
I think
MBN.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck the MBN.
All good.
All right.
Fuck the
Until
MBN.
next time, I'm going to
Till
start
Thursday.
degenning right now.
Happy DJing, everyone.
Happy degenning. Goodbye.
Goodbye.